We all communicate in some way every day, whether we're talking to our parents, friends, teachers, and coworkers, or writing texts and emails. So, doesn't everyone have communication skills? Not necessarily.
Did Lauren just say our quarterly earnings look lit?
Hey, it's Lauren from Roadtrip Nation. Welcome back to our channel. We're all about showing you cool career possibilities for your future. But in order to reach those careers, you have to build up your toolbox of skills. So today we're going to be talking about the second most sought after skill across all of the job postings on LinkedIn. That skill is communication. Communication starts with an understanding of your audience, the people you're communicating with. In order to best reach them with your message, you need to understand where they're coming from.
I've had an opportunity to work with people across not just the US, but across the globe. At one point, I had a team of folks that were in Asia, that were in Singapore, Malaysia, and China, that were all reporting to me. So you can imagine having to learn how to communicate and to successfully communicate so that we could all meet our objectives. One of my former managers always likes to talk about, understanding where other people's fence posts are. So where are you sitting versus where am I sitting? Because there's always a different vantage point based on where you're sitting. So being willing to be flexible and adaptable and understand where other people are coming from also helps with the communication.
Knowing your audience is the first step to unlocking how you can best communicate with them. Would your message be able to get across in an email, or do you need an in-person meeting? Do you think they'd be able to meet virtually, or would something get lost in translation? So how do you get to know the person or organization you want to communicate with? All you have to do is open your ears.
A lot of people think they're good listeners, but really listening and understanding people is a skill that you can only develop when you practice it. And I don't think we get enough opportunity to practice that. So sitting down with people and hearing them and really trying to understand what they're saying, repeating it back to them and checking that you've understood it, that I think is super helpful to me in my job, because I'm trying to find the people that are not being heard. And if I don't listen to them well and understand them, then I can't help translate and help bring them into the fold where they will be heard.
Katie's advice contains a super simple tip for you to become a better communicator starting right now. Listen actively and make sure you're really understanding what other people are telling you. Okay, so you've listened to your audience and you're starting to understand them, but what is the ultimate goal of becoming a great communicator? It's organizing and delivering your information in a clear way so others can receive and understand your message. Because when you're in a hectic workplace, say Kansas's largest airport, clear communication is key.
So we have 138 public use airports around the state of Kansas. I got to fly to or interact with almost each one of them. If the airline says, hey, we have an issue because conveyor systems are down, well, now that's our responsibility. That's airport stuff. No matter what your field is, what your expertise, you got to be able to break that down simply enough for others to understand. And so if you are a good communicator, you're going to be a good collaborator. You're going to be that conduit that people need and seek. And so communication skills is the one utmost that you got to spend a lot of time developing.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with what your major is, has nothing to do with what profession you're going into. That's just plain and simple. Everybody needs it.
Yeah, everybody does. And so you can get into an engineering program and you can focus all on your electrical, mechanical, whatever type of engineering, you're a civil engineer, and you get really good at that. But can you express that to management? Can you express that to stakeholders? Can you gain people's support for projects and things that are going on? Can you help explain to them why there are challenges without sounding like you're the person who doesn't want things to get done? Because it could come across the wrong way. And so you really need to build on communication no matter what.
So whether you dream of running a busy airport, advocating for others at a nonprofit, making companies more sustainable, or some job that doesn't exist yet, communication is a key skill that you should strive to keep building throughout your career. If you want to hear more about the real skills that you'll need to succeed in every workplace, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.